You watched Fiona die before we even knew who she was. Hear me out. Hi there, I'm Richie. I'm pretty new to the theory scene, and this is actually going to be my first one, so please bear with me. In Secret of the Mimic, we get several voice recordings from both Fiona and Edwin that make one thing crystal clear. Fiona went to Fallfest, and she never came back.
Ed, I hope this message reaches you as soon as you get a break. I have to go help the Fall Fest crew, just for a few days until the installation is finished. It's hard to explain. I just have this terrible feeling like I need to be there so nothing goes wrong, just in case. Trisha will babysit David while I'm gone. I love you both, and I'll be back next week.
Oh, why did you go? You weren't even supposed to be there. You were supposed to be here with me and David. Oh, how am I supposed to tell David that his mother is gone? How am I supposed to raise a kid on my own? His life is ruined. My life is ruined.
In Moon.exe, we come across a statue of a wedding couple. When you examine the ruin, it says, "These are ancient ruins of what was once a happy home. A fire has blackened the walls." When you select to look at the statues, it reads, "Two statues of a man and a woman taking their wedding vows. A fire blackened the woman's statue." The groom, wearing an out-of-place cloth-like bow tie, stands next to this completely burned bride. Placed at her feet is a Fall Fest snow globe. When shaken, it says, "Opening Day Snow Globe. A wonderful day with all of us at Fall Fest." Now, game theory suggests that maybe Fiona was pregnant with David when Fall Fest first opened, which could explain the phrase "all of us" instead of something like "just the two of us." And honestly, that theory tracks, but that's not what we're focusing on today. Moon.exe is obviously telling us that Fiona died in the fire at Fallfest, but doesn't give into any detail as to how. And this is where I think Help Wanted 2 comes into play. In Help Wanted 2's Game Hub, there are 6 folders to choose from that contain different games: Backstage, Food Prep, Staff Only, Fazcade, Ticket Booth, and Sister Location. If you open Fazcade and select Fazer Blast, it takes you out to the Fall Fest Fazer Blast, with Dreadbear to your left and Carney to your right. You play variations of this game multiple times, and if it's done right, Dreadbear's arm starts to spark and spin, hitting the jack-o'-lantern laying in front of him, setting the box it lands on into a blaze, which causes a spark to then travel to the Carney. Now, I know what you're thinking. Fiona sounds nothing like the Carney, and that's a fair point. But in Secret of the Mimic, specifically the theater area, we are in a spring-locked captain suit, and we're instructed to use this suit to help run the pirate-themed play. But here's where it gets interesting. If you pay close attention during the play, the captain suit talks. There are voice lines that don't come from Arnold, they come from the suit itself. And even creepier, the suit starts moving on its own. It turns, it jerks, it's performing.
Are we under attack? The ship be covered in decorations. Decorations. First mate Foxy, are ye having a party?
What I'm trying to say is this. What if Fiona was in the Carney suit and she was just using a voice mod? I mean, think about it. If Edwin had all of these brilliant ideas and somehow stumbled upon creating the Mimic, is it really that far-fetched to assume he also developed some kind of early voice mod tech? I mean, the guy was practically a genius. What if she got trapped inside, not by choice, but because the suit failed her, just like so many others? In the very room where you assemble the captain's springlock suit, there is Mrs. Helpful Station. And with executive permission, you can unlock a voice message she left specifically for Edwin.
Ed, I hate talking to you through this stupid bear, but it's hard to reach you otherwise. I'm worried about the new suit design. One of my costumers, Vic, nearly lost his hand today. All he did was spill a can of pop and the thing snapped shut like a bear trap. You're busy, but you can't rush these things. Please look into it.
She literally says the suit got wet and nearly took someone's hand off. Now, the next question is, why? Why would Fiona, someone smart, cautious, and very aware of the Springlock's issues, ever get into the faulty Springlock suit? In the same audio log from Mrs. Helpful, she mentions an employee named Vic, one of Fiona's costume team, and Vic almost lost their hand to the suit. On top of that, there were whispers and even messages between the employees expressing how unhappy and unpleasant it was to work at Murray's Costume Manor. So picture this. Fall Fest is about to start. The suit's ready, but the person assigned to wear it either no-shows or absolutely refuses. Maybe it was Vic, maybe it was someone else, but the bottom line is there's no performer. And to avoid disaster, to keep the event running smoothly, Fiona volunteers. She knows it's risky, she knows the suit's not reliable, but maybe she thought she'd only wear it for just a few minutes. Maybe she didn't want to let anyone else get hurt. That feels like something Fiona would do. We've heard countless examples of how much she cared for the people around her. She prioritized their well-being and happiness more than anybody else. So why wouldn't this just be another reflection of that? So, what do you think? Could Fiona have ended up inside the Carney suit at Fall Fest? Did a faulty Springlock system trap her there, while Afton stood by watching, silent and unmoved? And was the fire that broke out just a freak accident? Or was it deliberate? Sure, there are a few holes in this theory, maybe some missing pieces that could totally debunk it. But honestly, would it really be Fnaf if everything made sense?
Take a look at Gregory here. Notice anything familiar? Dark eyes, brown hair with a piece fallen between his eyes, shorts, a shirt with 2 stripes across the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, Gregory is none other than the crying child. Why then do I dare invoke his name here? Because Gregory is a robot.
So that's all I've got for you for now. Thanks for letting me ramble about weird stuff on the internet. I appreciate you. But if you're into this kind of chaos or you enjoy the vibe, feel free to subscribe. I promise you there's plenty more where that came from. Again, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. But until next time, see ya!